And her partner out of Redondo Beach, California, LA Beach Volleyball Club. She is Mele Corral Blagojevic. And their opponents, first one out of Manhattan Beach. She's going to be on to Miracosta High School. She'll be graduating in 2023. Let me hear it for Jalen Clark. And her partner out of San Pedro, not sure yet where she's going to high school. It's going to be somewhere good. Ladies and gentlemen, she's got a future ahead of her. Give it up for Miss Finley Rollins. Couple of good coaches, too. We've got Oz Borges coaching Finley and Jalen. We've got Stein Metzger coaching Mele and Melissa.
Welcome back to Hermosa Beach, California. This is the 2017 AVP Hermosa Open, and we've got a treat for you. It's the AVPFirst U12 Girls National Championship match on Stadium Court. I'm Matty Bishop alongside Tony Giarla, and that's Mele Corral Blagojevic, pardon me, with the service ace to start the match. She'll be Mele from now on. Tony, thanks for joining us again today here in the AVPFirst National Championship. Incredible event so far. These girls had quite a battle through the semifinals. You said it was a dogfight out there.
Yeah, Mele and Kawa really had a three-set back and forth, 16-14 in the third. It was exciting volleyball.
So we take a look here. There's Jalen Clark with the swing. Mele the lefty. Jalen, what a dig.
Mele keeping it a little weird out there with the left. We like that.
She's got a full toolbox.
Got a little ball control rally going on here. Pokey.
Look at that.
Oh.
Mele swings that one just long. She got tired of the long rally, wanted to put that one away.
Just put a little behind that one.
So for 1-21 for the championship here on Stadium Court. This is the culmination of a 75 event qualifier season for the AVPFirst. Tony, the mission is to be the United States premier junior championship. Talk to us a little bit about the last couple of years and how that's coming along.
It's been a long, hard process. You know, there's a lot of great programs out there. We're just happy to find some space in the market, and we feel like with the professional brand of the AVP behind us, there's no limits to what we can do on the junior side as well. It's grown tremendously. You know, in the first year we had 17 events. This last year we had over 75. Last year's championship we had 60 total teams. We're over 200 total teams this year. So.
Sweet little cut shot from Mele. Beautiful play. These girls are savvy. This is a heck of a match. One of the cool things about the AVPFirst from my perspective is that it is a pipeline to the pros. All of the points that these kids are earning at the AVPFirst could eventually help them when they sign up for the qualifiers, when they're moving up through the ranks in the AVP next. It's really a step-by-step process to becoming a professional beach volleyball athlete.
And that's the idea, to create a straight pipeline for these kids and teach them what it's like to play like a pro, to be treated like a pro. You know, we have full sports performance out here working on the kids. We try to play match play throughout. We always have officials on the courts working with the kids.
Dig from Melissa.
Jalen did an outstanding defense this set so far.
Jalen Clark is unbelievable. She picks up everything back there. These girls yet to really even hit their growth spurt. The ball control, the ability out there is unreal. Their way they're reading the game. Seems like it took us forever to get to that first side switch.
Sure
these rallies are huge.
The kids are just so skilled.
course, the game changing at the junior level for the beach. More and more the adoption of the of women's beach in the NCAA. The fact that there's some scholarships available for that now, it brought a whole revived interest. The current model of the AVP with the AVPFirst has brought another path to actually doing something with the beach volleyball skill set. It's been really, really fun to watch.
You know, again, our mission is to turn the sport of beach volleyball from a niche sport to a nationally recognized program.
Melee tickles the tape. That sneaky little false set.
The bump kill.
The bump kill. BK.
You know, the more events we run, the more programs we run, the more camps and clinics we're running, the more exposure we're going to get, the more kids we're going to get out. It's a great sport. It's a lifetime sport for these kids.
Well, one of my favorite parts about the AVPFirst, Tony, is that it's not just into the traditional club volleyball market. There's really a push by the AVPFirst to bring beach volleyball to non-volleyball traditional markets, to bring kids to the game that might not otherwise make it.
That's really, you know, the goal. We want to grow the game. You know, at the end of the day, we want to expose kids. There's lots of talented kids. There's lots of athletic kids that maybe don't have access or means. So at the end of the day, we want to give them opportunity and the ability to come out and compete with us.
Well, and I know whenever the AVPFirst comes to the Pacific Northwest, specifically at the Seattle Open with the Pro Tour these last couple years, not only do they do great events for our uprising volleyball girls, but also for the boys and girls clubs and some of the underprivileged communities that it's difficult for a traditional volleyball club to serve. So we watch these girls working through a bit of a side-out battle here, about as close as you can get.
You know, at each and every pro stop, we always run our Community Corner free clinic program, and we always partner with a local nonprofit. They bring a group of kids out. We get them out in the sand. They get to interact with a whole bunch of our athletes. The AVP Pro athletes are some of the best in the world. I mean, they're so accessible. They're so happy to help with the kids. So each and every Sunday morning, we get them out, 2-hour clinic. They come out, they do some high-five lines, get to know the sport, get to know what it's all about.
As Finley Rollins doing some work at the net there for the black team, but ultimately Jalen Clark saw a deep corner open and put that ball away. It's a little different at the U12 level. Their game hasn't gotten above the height of the net yet. So you see a lot of reads, a lot of ball control, really translates to later in their career because they're learning how to see things at a really high level.
It's shot development. You know, they can't just get up and pound the ball. There's no blocks a lot of times at the 12Us. So they, like you said, they have to be able to read and react, see the court, see the open spots.
Jalen runs that one down. Melee picks it up. Melissa had a good idea. She knew everyone was down by the end line. She tried to go short just over the net. Savvy play, but her execution wasn't quite there. Clark and Rollins open up the first, I believe is the first 2-point lead of the match. This has been very well fought. Melissa Kawa, dig by Clark. Jalen goes short, Melissa picks that one up. Set from Finley. Jalen over the top, and she finds the corner. Jalen Clark out of Manhattan Beach, California.
You know, it just so happened that these 4 finalists are all here from Southern California, but, you know, in our boys yesterday, we had a good mix. You know, with the 110 teams that we have out competing in 16s and 18s, the kids are from all over across the country.
Veteran move from Melee there on the dig. And it is becoming more and more widespread, more and more opportunities for kids across the country to play, not only up where I'm from in the Pacific Northwest, but I know Ohio Valley has really come a long ways. You know, you've got more traditional markets like Texas, Florida. Finley Rollins with the kill up over the top of the defense there. But the Midwest, Iowa has a thriving scene now. New York is really picking up their beach volleyball scene. Utah, you start to hear kids from more and more places getting involved. It's a really exciting time to be part of the game. Yeah,
there's facilities popping up all over the country, and we're hoping to hear from them. You know, if you have a new facility, you're looking for some programming, please reach out. We'd love to come and help you bring some resources to your neighborhood and grow the sport, grow the brand.
Finley Rollins, great play to keep that one alive. Here's Melissa Kawa. Melee with the set. Melissa, the pokey. Dig by Clark. Kawa again. Melee on 2, and Rollins can't pick it up. Nice change of tempo there.
I think we made it to technical.
Technical timeout in our U12 match here. One of the big keys to developing.
Weekend long. Jalen, Finley, Melissa, and Melee.
Being able to start young is a huge advantage.
You just have to dream big together.
The most important thing at a young age is to absolutely fall in love with the game.
This next generation is going to be incredible at beach volleyball.
Play like the pros.
With AVPFirst.
Welcome back inside Stadium Court at the Hermosa Beach Open. I'm Matty Bishop alongside Tony Giarla. This is the AVPFirst Girls U12 National Championship. It has been a battle so far here, so we watch the future of beach volleyball on display. Jalen Clark and Finley Rollins with a bit of a lead over Melee Blagojevich, pardon me, Melee, and Melissa Kawa. Melee serving just a touch long.
You know, it's amazing to look down in the player boxes and see the coaches, the level of coaching that these kids are getting. Stein, Metzger, Ozzy. You know, these are high-level pro athletes, college coaches working with these young kids.
Well, and just the investment from that level of athlete, that level of coach into the young players like this. Holy smokes, great things are going to happen with the future of beach volleyball in the United States. Melee with a sweet little roll shot there.
Wow, my goodness. A little harder that serve, Melissa Kawa at 11-13.
Working on Jalen Clark. There's Rollins with the set. And Jalen sends that one down the line. A little too hot to handle. Tony, it's been great having you come up here into the booth with us for this match. We know you've got tons of work to do, not only presenting the awards, but you've got a full event coming. More matches on center court, including today the U14 girls final, the U18 boys final, and then tomorrow we've got the U16 and U18 girls final for the AVPFirst National Championships, all coming up here on the live stream on AVP.com. Thank you so much for joining us, Tony.
Thanks for having me, Matty.
Timeout called. As we roll through, we got ourselves a battle. Thank you everyone for tuning in, watching the future of the AVP here. Really cool. Now that Tony's gone, I can say more nice things about him. The work that him and Marty Swan and the AVPFirst crew have put into making the athletes coming out, traveling to California for this event really feel like they are the main show. It's not just come out and play a junior tournament and rush through and keep your court ahead of time and get it done. It's on a schedule. You're encouraged to utilize your warm-ups, utilize their medical staff. They've got a full medical staff on hand to take care of your body. Dr. Scott over there today changed my life, opened up my shoulder. I haven't been able to move it correctly for a couple years. He opened that up, adjusted. Amazing level of support for these athletes. Tony mentioned the staff's running around with bags of ice, bottles of water, filling up the coolers between each court. There's player boxes, officials. It's really a high quality event. If you're thinking about qualifying, coming to Hermosa Beach for a junior national championship event, the AVPFirst is hands down the highest quality out there. Melee's back to serve. And service ace. Jalen Clark can't quite reel that one in. We're at the 28 side change, tied at 14. The confidence, the savvy, you can see it in her eyes. She steps up to that service line, really no hesitation, not really fazed by the idea that she's on stadium court. Another service ace. That one tickles the tape and drops into the seam. Yesterday, first round of the gold bracket playoffs, our Uprising volleyball girls played against Melee and Melissa. Gusting wind, stiff cross breeze, difficult conditions late in the day. These girls were poised, unbelievable athletes. Sweet little roll shot again. That's a 3, maybe 4-point service run for Melee from the line. Steps up, will line up that seam. Jalen Clark and Finley Rollins on the other side. Jalen again. Finley does a nice job of leading her to the net. Jalen over the top, right to Melee. Melissa now. Jalen reads it, picks it up. Good little transition, that short pokey, and she tickles the line. Jalen Clark, a much needed side out. That'll bring Finley Rollins back to the service line. Rollins serve going after Melissa Kawa. The overfeed, Clark picks it up but can't control it, and it's out. Melissa back to serve. Jalen. Finley. Oh, nice little cross-court shot from Jalen Clark. She sides out again. Being the smaller of the two girls, she's definitely getting the work at that today. Imagine how good her side-out game's gonna be when she gets a little growth spurt, starts jumping up above the height of the net. All this experience behind her. Melissa Kawa with a nice swing. Puts that one down. We see nice, calm, composed set. Good arm swing, great follow through. Here's Clark. Rollins. Melissa confident, calls her partner off of that one. The pokey deep, and Melissa Kawa, 2 kills in a row. That'll bring us to the 35 side switch as we watch. Again, good composed setting. Leads her partner. The pokey. From an 11 or 12-year-old athlete to have that kind of control and that kind of placement with their pokey is pretty awesome. That ball is just long. Finley Rollins back to the service line after an early open. Rollins and Clark looked like they were going to get a little separation, but they've got some work to do now. Melee falling backwards with that swing, but still gets the jumbo over the top, and it is championship point. Melissa Kawa serving for the AVPFirst U12 Girls National Championship. Finley Rollins shanks it, and Jalen can't run it down, and your national champions will be crowned here momentarily. Thank you everyone for watching. I am Matty Bishop. We'll be joining you with more AVPFirst National Championship matches later on in the day here from Hermosa Beach. We're going to be throwing it down to Mark in the stadium here in just a second. He's going to present the medals to the first, second, and third place finishers for the AVPFirst Girls U12 National Championship.